Party people in the place to be. What's up, what's up, what's up? How goes it? I don't have no eyebrows. I'm not a fan of that. Anywho, hey there. How are you guys doing? That guy almost ran into my car with his bike. But how goes things? I just wanted to hop on real quick while the topic is fresh and hot about Keke Palmer and her boyfriend. You know, since we're on this whole dating thing, I want to get a good feel for how people out in the world feel about relationships and expectations and things like that. So, for those of you who don't know, Keke Palmer, the actress, was at an Usher concert in an outfit that some may consider to be scantily clad, a sheer dress and like the undergarment that went under it had a thong to it, so her entire butt was out. So Usher came up to her seat to serenade her and, you know, all the things. So it was an instance where it was something that was, you know, viral, where I guess more people than normal, I guess, probably saw it than would have seen it if he hadn't come up to serenade her. So she's in this outfit that's like, you know, booty all out. And then her boyfriend and the father of her child commented on the post, "It's the outfit, though you're a mom." Basically, he's expressed his disappointment in her choice of outfit. And people have had a lot of, you know, mixed reviews, a lot of mixed feelings about what he's saying. Some people, men and women, totally are backing him. Also commenting about India.Arie. She had made a post too about the Essence Festival and about bringing women up on stage to, you know, twerk and dance and do all those things, how she was disappointed in that and the image that it portrays of black women and black people and all this. And so some people kind of piggybacked off that and were saying, you know, what kind of world is it that we're living in today where a man is shamed for wanting his woman to cover up and all this and all that. India.Arie is shamed for wanting, you know, a higher standard for black people and things like that. But then some people were also, you know, supporting him, saying that, or I should say, some people were bashing him, saying that he's not allowed to feel that way because he's not her husband, you know. So basically, if you want her to act like a wife, you need to make her a wife. People are also saying, you know, just because she's a mom doesn't mean that she has to dress a certain way, you know, kind of like that, trying to convey the fact that he's like, you know, mom shaming or changing his expectations of her because she's a mom, because, you know, in the past it hadn't been a problem, which I don't really ever remember Keke Palmer dressing super sexy in years past. She has expressed, since she's had this baby, that, you know, her body has changed, her figure has changed, which it usually does for us women, and she likes to change. Her breasts are bigger, her hips are, you know, filling out, her butt is bigger, and she likes that. She feels more comfortable. The pregnancy, she says, helped to clear up her skin or whatever, so, you know, she's feeling more confident in her own skin. So this may be a ripple effect of that maybe she's dressing more sexy because she's feeling more confident. I don't know. I don't stalk the girl. I don't know what she wears on a day-to-day basis. But a lot of people are saying he didn't have a problem with the way she dressed before. I don't know. So I want to get other people's opinion of it too. Their boyfriend and girlfriend, they have a kid. They're not married. Can a boyfriend set expectations on a girlfriend's behavior? He's saying, you know, you represent us, and that's not okay. That's inappropriate for you to be out in the world with your cheeks out. I want y'all to weigh in. I want to hear the consensus. I want to hear what other men out in the world are saying. Me personally, myself personally, being a woman of a particular age, I have been married before. I've been single before. I've been married before. I'm single again. So in my personal opinion and experience, I would not go anywhere. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I was about to say I wouldn't go anywhere with a thong on and just like my butt out. But that's not true, because I feel like it depends on the garment. The thing that she had on over the dress was like completely sheer, so you could just like see her butt. The butt was out. I'm not going to lie about that. Would I wear something like that if I were on an island vacation with my man? Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like if I'm with my man, then put the sexy on. Let him have it. Let the people know that this man is lucky. This is what he's going home with. He's going home with these cheeks. You know what I'm saying? So in that instance, yes, definitely will wear that outfit. If I were single as a mom, okay, the argument is she's a mom and that's inappropriate for her to wear. Single as a mom, am I going out with my cheeks out? Not in that way. If I had something on, I'm not opposed to a little cheekage in certain settings, but not the full peach. I don't know if I'd be rocking it like that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'd be rocking it like that as a mom, or just as a person in general too. I think it has a lot to do with, you know, the way that you were raised and just your position in life. She's a celebrity and, you know, a public figure, and in a lot of instances they're kind of okayed or free to wear more scantily clad outfits. I feel like for some reason or another it's more acceptable in society for them to do it than just a regular average Joe Schmo. Like, realistically, Rihanna went to, you know, whatever awards gala or whatever that was, and she was just naked, nipples out, cheeks out, it was all out. She had on like a mesh rhinestone thing on top, and she was being honored for like the best dressed influence person, you know, and whatever it was. I don't know, I don't stalk her, but you know, that's kind of expected of them. Every singer, every R&B female singer wants to perform with a bodysuit on. It's like, realistically, Beyonce does that because she dances a lot. I can see that she needs the freedom of her legs moving. Some of y'all don't even dance. Y'all just standing there. Y'all put on a pantsuit. Like, you don't need to not have anything on. That's, you just want to be naked for no reason. So I feel like it's considered okay in society for celebrities, and some more so than others. But for a woman with a boyfriend who is not her husband, would I have worn something like that just out and about with my girls? Likely not. No, I believe in a little sexy, but I do believe in covering it up. Just a little glimpse. You get a little splash of the sex. You can't just have it all on full display, because at that point, what's the point? I might as well just come out naked. So I think that's a personal thing. I don't think that it's appropriate. One, it was totally inappropriate for him to address her on social media, because, I mean, that's your woman. You have her phone number. Why would you embarrass her like that? If you want to be represented and her, you know, being out dressed like that is an embarrassment to you guys as a unit. It's just as embarrassing for her. The same way that you say that she's embarrassing you, you're embarrassing her by putting her on blast like that for the world to see. And that's unnecessary. And that whole tit for tat petty thing, oh, you embarrass me, so I'm going to embarrass you. I don't play the tit for tat. Like, that's not cool. That would be an argument. That would be a total problem. He could have totally addressed her privately in regards to that. And I don't know whether or not he's expecting, I guess, wifely submission or anything like that without her actually being his wife. Like, he feels like it's okay for her to have birthed his child and not married her. Doesn't that represent them as a unit? Like, what does that say that is so in opposition and so contrary to her being out with her cheeks out? I mean, it's all new age, just do what you want to do living. I feel like you can't expect wholesomeness in one area but not be across the board. So that's just my personal opinion, but I don't know. I want to hear what you guys think about it. Is it important to you that, you know, your significant other, your woman or your man or your whatever dresses a certain way? If y'all are in a relationship, do you think that you can expect something from them as a significant other or as a boyfriend or girlfriend, as opposed to a spouse? Would you be okay with a girl wearing something as your girlfriend that you wouldn't be okay with her wearing as your wife? Ladies, what do you think? Do you think that it's okay for your boyfriend to disagree with something that you want to wear and not feel comfortable with it? What does that look like for you guys? What does that look like? I remember one time I went to a Beyonce concert and I had on like a bodysuit and some little bitty shorts. I was married at the time, and some thigh-high boots, but then I had on like an overcoat. So that's what I'm talking about. Just a little bit of the sexy, just a little sprinkle, a little something, like, you know it's there. I know you see it. I'm gonna cover it up. You know what I'm saying? Give you a little something, but still leave something to the imagination. But my husband at the time was like, that look a little like lingerie, don't it? But he didn't see it till after the fact. I never would have thought that he would have had a problem with it. Like, he didn't see me when I went out to the concert, so he didn't have time to, you know, disagree or whatever. Before I left, these were pictures that he was looking at after the fact, and he was like, oh, that look a little like lingerie, don't you think? I didn't look at it that way. It didn't look like lingerie to me. It was just something to wear to a concert that I definitely would have worn had I gone with him. But also, had I gone with him, he probably wouldn't have had a problem with it or had anything to say about it because I was with him. But because I was with my girls, then it was a problem. So is that what it is? Your girlfriend can't be sexy when, you know, when she's not with you? I don't know. I'm not in the male psyche. Let us in. Give us a glimpse down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about that. Is it okay for your girl to be out with her butt out if y'all are together? Or you just want the cheeks all the way covered up until y'all get home and she can expose them cheeks in them sheets? Or what? But me, in Kiki's situation, in her shoes, would be totally pissed, extremely pissed, that my boyfriend decided to go on social media and embarrass me like that. The next thing is, I can't imagine that he didn't see that outfit before she left. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. But to me, in the pictures and videos that came out at first, you couldn't even see the back of her. Because when the thing first came out, I didn't even know her butt was out. This was pictures that came after the fact that I saw that she actually had on like a thong. I didn't even know her butt was out. So I was thinking, well, he must have saw it beforehand if he knew her butt was out. I don't know. But anyway, I would be totally peed off that that he embarrassed me like that. Would I take his feelings into consideration in the future? Perhaps. And I say that because if that's not a way that she was dressing before, like if this is just a shock, this is totally new. She used to be cardigan girl, you know what I mean? She used to be skirt to the floor, camisole underneath a v-neck. Like if she used to be that kind of girl, and now all of a sudden things have changed and you have this uber sexy persona, I could see where there would be room for him to feel uncomfortable, because it's something new. It's not how he found you. And yes, people have the right to change. People are going to change. You're going to change the things you like. You're going to change the things you're comfortable with. You might now be uncomfortable with things that you were comfortable with before. Like, things change, people change, and you can't get mad with your partner because they're uncomfortable with the way that you've changed. You have to have grace and patience and understanding for each other. Yes, they need to be flexible and understand that you've changed and a conversation needs to be had, but you can't be mad with them for being uncomfortable when you done just basically switched up the game and became brand new. So would I take his feelings into consideration? Yeah, I would. If it was something that was totally new, yeah, I have this new body, now I'm about to show it off. If that's new, then we can have a conversation. We can definitely have a conversation about what you feel is appropriate and what you feel is inappropriate, and the compromises that I'm willing to make. If it's not brand new, if he feels like things should change just because now they've had a baby and he's expecting something else of her, that needs a conversation. But in that conversation, I don't think I would bend on that, because what have you changed? Now that you're a dad, now that I'm a mom, I'm supposed to change the way I dress. I can't be sexy anymore. You know, if this is the way she has dressed before, if this is nothing new and he's just expecting things to change because she's birthed a child, then no, we're not going for that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, because where is this Stone Age caveman mentality coming from? She's expected to be, what, barefoot, pregnant, and in the kitchen now that she's had one child. She's still allowed to like all the things that she used to like before. She's still allowed to maintain some of her former, identity and character. What have you changed? You still walking around in gray sweatpants with your thing hanging, swinging from side to side? He's posted pictures on the internet of his drawers with no shirt on. Like, what new expectations do you have of yourself then? Now that you have new expectations of me. You don't expect yourself to be my husband. You haven't proposed. And that would be, I'm just saying that because that's something that other people have brought up. Realistically, I don't know anything about their relationship. They may not want to be married. There may be a conversation that they've had amongst themselves and decided that marriage is not something that's important to them, and that's their choice. That's fine for them. But if that's not fine for them and she does want to be married or he does want to be married, okay, so now that you're a dad and you have a woman that has birthed a child, what are your new expectations of yourself? How about you live up to those expectations and not put expectations onto me that I haven't asked for? Or at the very least, if you have these new expectations, have a conversation about them. Because I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And a lot of the miscommunication, a lot of the arguments, a lot of the breakdowns and breakups in relationships come because of not only unmet expectations, but unexpressed expectations. You've placed these silent expectations on people that you have not communicated, but then get upset when the expectation isn't met. And not only that, you've placed expectations on other people that you haven't even placed on yourself, or you can't even live up to yourself, and you're so harsh, and you don't give mercy and give grace to this person that you're putting all of these expectations on, but then you want all the grace and mercy in the world. All your mistakes should just be forgiven, but when it comes time to forgive somebody else, you don't have any room for that. You don't have the bandwidth for that. And I think that causes a huge breakdown in relationship. So that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. And I hope they can figure it out, and I hope that they can work it out. They have a kid now, and the stakes are higher. The stakes are higher, and you know, I've expressed before how I feel about just giving that extra effort when it comes down to this yard looks terrible. When it comes down to trying to make it work, when you have built a family, whether you want it to or not, whether you want to call it that or not, it's a family. And when you have built a family, then it deserves that extra effort. So I reached my destination. I'm gonna get off now, and I'll call you back later.